Hello and welcome. My name is Erling Tilton. I'm here to help you create simple, tasty, healthy meals that are energizing, trimming, immune boosting, all in about 10 minutes. And today we are going to do some fun things. So I'm so glad that you have joined me, whether you're here live or whether you are here watching the recording. So first question I want to ask you today is, are you creating complete, balanced meals for yourself and for your family? And are you able to do this in a very healthy way? So today we're going to learn what creates balance in meal planning. We are going to learn some time-saving tips that will help you to put meals together quicker and so that you have more and a more enjoyable time in the kitchen. We're going to make a fabulous curry sauce with essential oils. It's so exciting to be able to do this. And then we're going to make a Thai chicken and curry. So we're going to do all of this, and I know you're going to learn so much today and have a lot of fun, because to me, this is what it's all about. Let's learn how to do it simply. Let's learn to do it in a tasty way and in a healthy way as well. So not only you, but your family will enjoy what you are making, and you can do it with ease. So let's start right out and talk a little bit about what creates good, balanced meals. I first like to start with my protein. So choose your protein. Doesn't matter what you choose. It might be chicken, it might be beef, it might be fish, it might be maybe you're vegetarian, so you would rather choose something like more nuts. Maybe you just want to choose eggs. There's a lot of different proteins that you can choose. I always choose the ones that are real proteins. I know beans have protein, but they're also very high carb. And I try to go very easy on the carbs. Number 2 is choose your fats. Now, we want to stick with healthier fats. Now, your healthier fats are definitely those that are cold pressed, that are unrefined, that come from either coconut or olive oil, sometimes avocado oil. There's other oils that can be good, but make sure you look for the cold pressed, the unrefined. And when it comes to olive oil, make sure you're using that extra virgin at all times, or at least most of the time. And good coconut oil as well. Those are really good, healthy fats. We want to stay away from your omega-6 oils as much as possible. The corn and the soybean and the canola oil especially. Get rid of these from your diet. Remove them and stay away from these fats. Other healthy fats is avocado. That's a great fat. And even butter. Butter that is free range from healthy chickens would be a great choice. Now, I've learned that butter is just the fat from the milk products. It's not really the milk product itself that a lot of people are sensitive to, which is me. I'm sensitive to all milk products, and so I stay away from them. However, I do use butter because it's really just the fat. And then we want to choose our vegetables. Now, vegetables are super, super important for a lot of reasons. First of all, they provide good micronutrients that our bodies really need and must utilize. In order to function properly, we have to supply our body with the things it needs, and vitamins and minerals are so, so important. So we get those from our vegetables, a lot of vegetables. We get good fiber from our vegetables, which are the scrub for our systems. We need the fiber, but we also need the enzymes, and that's why we need to eat raw vegetables with our meals. This is so, so important to be able to get the raw in so we can get those enzymes. So they should really actually supply about half of our meals or menus. We need good vegetables. So make sure that when you're doing meal planning that you're supplying these. Now, I know greens have been really key to a lot of diets for many years. But if you look at the diets today, they're filled with pastas and breads and cereals and pastries and chips of all kinds. And sugars on top of that really come together to produce this obesity, high blood sugar world that we live in. We don't have to eat that way. I have found, even for myself, struggling with hypoglycemia or low blood sugar for many years, you know what, that can actually go to high blood sugar, and it's all depending on those insulin levels and robbing those insulin levels for so many years. And so you have to be really careful, even on overeating fruits, and making sure that even if it's honey that you're eating, that you're not overdoing. And I have found that I have overdone over the years. So I'm really trying to cut back on all of those carbs and use my vegetables as my carbs, getting good fats, getting good proteins, and making sure I have a good balance of these in every meal. So I really want you to sit down and look at your meal, see what you are creating or eating, and see if you can create better meals with healthy fats, healthy proteins, and good vegetables, preferably organic, and a lot of good raw vegetables in all the meals that you eat. So we're going to do some examples of that today. So I told you that we are going to be doing a curry today. Now, you can cook rice if you would like to go with this. If I do rice, I would do brown rice because I feel like it still has the bran layer on it. Again, we need the fiber. So I feel like that's a healthier choice. But I don't consider that as part of my 10 meal preps. If I do rice, I do it earlier in the day or earlier in the afternoon or sometime else when it's not during my 10-minute meal prep time. Rice can actually be done hours ahead, sit there warm, and actually become nice and fluffy in the meantime, and it can not be that last minute crunch to get dinner on, which is why I don't consider it part of my 10-minute meal planning. So get that out of the way earlier in the day, let it sit, be there ready for you when you are. This meal, actually, we're not even doing rice. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We're actually using the red cabbage instead. And we will do that as we make the meal. So the thing when it comes to time-saving preps, and you will see this as I do my meal, is we start with the foods that take the most time to cook. Then we start with the vegetables that are more dense, that do take more time to cook. We keep adding them in as we are doing. That is a huge time-saving prep. As you start with those things that are going to take longer to cook, and then just add more and more in until you end with those least dense vegetables and go from there. You'll see how that is done. Another time-saving prep that I really wanted to share with you, and this is huge. I wish people just would get this concept. And that is when you come home from shopping, or even if you are pulling this stuff out of the garden, here's a super way to organize it. I actually just wash all your vegetables and put them straight in the bin. I put a towel underneath and I get them all out of bags, get them out of the bags. We don't need all that plastic anyway, but especially I feel that it's so much easier to see the vegetables and to use them if they're all ready for you right here. So change your towel once a week. I mean, we're going to be using broccoli today. We're going to be using red cabbage today. It's nice to have them ready when you are. So this is huge. Make sure you learn to do this. Okay, another time-saving prep is make sure you have the right equipment. We're going to be doing garlic today. Whether you have a garlic press or you want to use a chopper, make sure you have the right tools in the kitchen. I see women struggling so much with their meals simply because they've only got dull knives. This is a good sharp knife. They don't have the right equipment and they struggle because of that. Time-saving preps really begins with having the right equipment. You don't need every gadget, but you do need those tools that will help save you time. And I've learned that these are so important in making very good meals. So the other time-saving prep, and I'll show you this as we are doing it, is make your salad or your fresh stuff while your food is cooking. And that really helps it come together. So we are going to also learn how to make a curry sauce with essential oils. And this is amazing. I want you to keep in mind this very important thing. If you look at all the different ethnic groups around the world, every one of them includes spices that are good for digestion. And this is going to happen with the curry, as you will see, and I will talk about that. But you will see that with South America. You will see that with the Indian cultures. You will see that with Chinese culture. You will see this with a lot of different cultures around the world. Their spices include those that aid digestion. So keep that in mind as we are going through this. So we are going to dive right into this and do our Thai chicken and vegetables and do this as a complete meal, all in about 10 minutes. Now, I do talk a lot throughout the process, so it does take me a little bit longer while we're doing this on this show, but you will see how we can do this in about 10 minutes. And even though it might take you a little bit longer in the beginning, you'll get it. You'll get the point. You'll be able to learn how to do this and do it in a very simple, tasty, healthy way. So we're going to start right out with our chicken. This is just one chicken breast. And usually I take it and just slice it slice the top off to begin with. And then I slice it in just cubes. And if you have a really good knife, this makes all the difference in the world. So I like a serrated knife. It just cuts up this chicken really fast. We've got 2 levels that we're cutting here. And goes pretty easy. All right, then we're going to go the other way. Okay, I like to cut it in smaller pieces, and to me it always goes further. So that's why I do that. Just make sure that they're all kind of broken up. Okay, now we are going to turn on our electric skillet. Move this over here. Okay, we got that there. I'm going to put this here for just 1 minute. And we are going to start with about 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. Now, all right. So, all right, so that's starting to heat up. And as that's heating up, we are going to go ahead and add in our chicken. Electric skillets also heat up really fast. Did you see how fast that was? Yeah, for sure. So we are going to cover this and for about 1 minute. All right, now we're going to take a new cutting board. Super, super important because we did the meat with the last one. So, oh, this is a little bit difficult to see. Just a second. I'm going to make sure you can see what I'm doing here. So, okay, now next, we are going to take our broccoli. So our broccoli, this is just 1 medium crown, and simply just cut off all of your florets. Super simple. I still like this, and we'll use it at another time. So break a few of these up that are the bigger ones. Basically, we're good. Okay. So just really quickly, we are going to just turn these over a little bit. And then turn it down a little bit. And add our broccoli. Okay. And again, remember, we're putting in all the most dense first, and then just adding as we go. A half a carrot. You could do a full carrot, depends on how much carrot you like. I found that I like the color kind of, but I'm not a huge carrot lover. So you can do a full carrot if you'd like. Okay, here we go. Next is our onion. Now you can do smaller onion or half of an onion, whatever you'd like. And by the way, you could use any type of vegetables. If you want to do zucchini, if you want to add mushrooms, feel free to add whatever vegetables you like. Now, I have found the best way to do this and peel an onion is do the quarters, then take off the peelings. It peels so much faster. And I'm all about fast. So to me, this works the best. And I can do it in the least amount of time, especially if I'm in a hurry. So just cut it, slice it. Again, helps to have really good knives. Okay, got that. Let's just give it a little bit of a stir here. Okay, last but not least is our garlic. Now, I've mentioned this before, I do cheat when it comes to garlic. I love buying them already peeled in packages, and they're organic, and it's just great to be able to not have to peel them. But if you peel them, that's okay too. So we're going to use a garlic press today. And again, see how fast that is and how much time you save when you can have a few tools. These definitely aren't very much to have a garlic press. And if you use a lot of garlic, it is nice to be able to have a garlic press or any type of chopper. That works too. Okay, now I'm just going to put that down here and Move this just back just for a second. I'm going to turn it down a little bit because now we're going to add our coconut milk and make our curry. So this is the super fun part. I just love the ability to be able to do this. So what we're going to do is add half of the can in. It doesn't matter, you know, that it's about half. We're just going to mix the remaining half with our oils. So this is the magic recipe for a great curry. 1 drop turmeric essential oil. Now, turmeric essential oil is really good for inflammation, for pain, also for kidneys. So I like to add this any chance we can. Coriander is also a great essential oil. We're going to add 1 drop of this. Good for balancing your blood sugar. It's also a good antioxidant. It's good for immunity as well. Then we're going to add black pepper. Black pepper is a great antioxidant, good for immunity. It's also good for curbing appetite and addictions. And it's also good for digestion. So 2 drops of black pepper, and if you get 3, that's okay. I actually kind of like 3. Very good in this. Lemongrass is another great oil for kidneys. It's also really good for high cholesterol and being able to relax your body. So a couple of drops of lemongrass. And then ginger. Ginger, we know this is, again, one of those oils that we always find in Asian food because it's so good for digestion. So 2 drops of ginger, and it's also a really good antioxidant. You know, it's all about building your immune system. I feel like foods have got to build your immune system. This is why we eat. It's not just to fill your gut and make you not hungry. It really is to fill your body with good things that will help support good immunity. So we're going to stir this in. Now, let me give it a good stir. And then we're just going to turn it down. Ooh, it's smelling so good. So good. I'm just going to leave it right there and let it simmer a little bit. We've got 2 last things to do. So instead of doing your brown rice underneath, we're going to do a red cabbage. So just get part of a red cabbage. You can see I just kind of slice mine a little bit at a time as I need it. And we're just going to do this really thin slices. And I'm just doing a little bit for right now. And this actually can be a really good thing to go under your Thai chicken and vegetables, or under any curry. You can use the cabbage, and it works really good. All right, let's cut it the other way. Okay, now you've got your cabbage here, and I'm just going to scoot this over a little bit because we are going to also chop up some cilantro. Okay, we got it. We are done. Our meal is ready. Did we do it in 10 minutes? About, right? Okay, so first, in order to make our meal, we are going to put this little bit of cabbage on the bottom, just how much ever you like. Like I said, you could do the brown rice instead, but I'm favoring this. Then we are going to put our chicken and vegetables with the curry sauce on top. And oh my gosh, this is just great. I just love the great flavor, the great taste. You'll love it. You'll love it. Kind of get a good, make sure you get plenty of sauce. I think we've got plenty of sauce. You can't see it right there, but. And then top it with cilantro. And you've got it. You've got your meal in 10 minutes. So like I said, this I like the fact that the cabbage kind of just softens a little bit, but it's still raw. And you've got the cilantro on there too. So you've ended up with a really good, simple, tasty, healthy meal, all in a matter of minutes. Super simple. Like I said, you can plan great complete meals. This is one complete meal right here. It's got good proteins. It's got good fats with the coconut milk and the coconut oil that we used. And we've got a lot of vegetables in here. If you want to add more fats, you can always add part of an avocado or more to go with it. But you've really got a complete meal here. And it's done literally in just a few minutes. And hopefully you can see that these are simple ways. These are tasty ways. And to taste this, oh my gosh, you will love this curry with the essential oils. They are amazing in the flavor that they make. And just so you know too, I only use doTERRA's because they have that supplement fact label on it. And when you have that supplement fact label, it ensures that it is safe for internal use, and you always want to look for that. So where do you start? First of all, make sure you go to the members area and download the PDF. I always have a PDF there available. That gives you all the information that we went over right now, as well as the recipe. Get your essential oils. Make sure and go to dropbydropwellness.com. Get your essential oils at 25% off by becoming a member. Third, try the recipe. Make sure to apply the information that you're learning. If you do that after each masterclass, that's where you really are able to understand and do what's best for you and something that you enjoy. And then fourth, invite your friends to join us here. We want to be able to help everyone to create simple, tasty, healthy meals, all in about 10 minutes. You can do it if I can do it. And I know you can. So thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you get those oils and get this tried. I want to see what you think about it. I know you'll like it. Happy health.